Hello, everyone. We had our minute of silence, and I appreciate all you guys. Hello, Cameron. I am better. Thank you for asking. I don't know if you've been in here before. Hello, Dawn's Pitch. How are you guys? Today is March 30th, 2026. I'm a little later than I usually am. I was trying to go to sleep, but yeah, I really couldn't. I really didn't stay asleep. Yeah. And today, God is with us. God is within us. This is where we meet God, Jesus. This is where they guide us. And I also want to say, I appreciate all the comments, all the perspectives, and all the love. Amen to all you guys. Yeah, I'm not sure that I remember seeing your comments, Cameron. Being alive, hey, I'm glad for you. That's what we're talking about today. Because being alive is the best thing. And when you take some time, take some peace, you will recognize that you're always alive. You will always be alive. Actually, the whole thing of dying and to die, it will be dismantled once you find God. Once you find the actual, when you recognize life. Hello, Odd Falcon. Christ on a motorbike. Did you have a good day, Fiz? Yeah. I mean, I didn't necessarily get to eat much today, but I got to eat more so the last 2 days. And I've been taking something to help digest food. Yeah, and I've basically been just eating pretty much mostly meat. Yeah. And with that being said, I want to dismantle another rumor. You could even maybe call it a lie. Or some people just don't know this. But when you find Christ, okay, when you actually feel him within, when you actually feel God or your life inside of you, you actually gain momentum. you gain power. Okay, so actually you don't have to sleep as much. So how does this work? Because it's true, if you really find God, you could end up sleeping so much less. The truth is, the way that you feel, the more happier you are, the more love that you feel. We're about to read some of these. The more that you feel your life, this incredible feeling, most people don't feel this. Okay. Most of their life. Okay. And yeah, but they're always searching for something. When you feel being alive and your love, God's love, this feeling actually lifts all burdens, all veils, and you simply have more energy. Yeah. You simply require less sleep. And then you can do more for life. And then you can do more for God. Yeah. Thank you, Odd Falcon. Thank you, Cameron. Yeah. I just wanted to get that out of my system. Yeah. Just shave it off. Nah. I'll think about it. Can you dance of death? I don't even know the dance of death. Yeah, a lot of people think science says, and you have to sleep for 8 hours, but maybe your whole life you may have slept 8 hours. But there's probably been some times where you actually didn't need to sleep that much. Okay. It depends on how much you're actually stressing. So the more relaxed you are versus stressed, you actually don't have to sleep as much. Okay. So everybody has to sleep 8 hours is not entirely true. Hello, Tim H. Hello, Stone. God bless all you beautiful souls. Garfield is pretty funny. Pretty funny. Yeah. My beads fell out because yesterday but it's still kept in its form. What's your biggest dream in life, Roach? Would be to make everybody in the world happy and make sure everyone gets to live their best life. And no one dies without knowing the meaning of life. Or no one dies. Yeah. unfulfilled. Well, or I meant, and no one goes to hell. I don't want no one going to hell. Blessings. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, Alder Falcon. If you get filled up with love, then you're running on a different energy. Your whole lifestyle is just energy usage. Yeah. So you could ultimately be eating less food. Yeah. Yeah. Great point. And you really, at the end, you could need nothing. That's how profound it is. Do you have any real do you have any deal dough? Yes, funny. You got me distracted. But you're not other people's master, you're you. Well, everybody is you. So yeah. Thanks for letting me be Snarfville. Hello, Kathy. Thanks for calling me a cutie pie. My Italian gumba. Ask for the vice, Brickles. Hello, Tanka. Tyler. Thank you, that stone guy. The devil doesn't attack the weak. Okay. I had to read that twice. Yeah. You know, again, yeah, if you don't, you can always beat the devil, and most people have to, right? Oh, let me get this. Yeah. If you fall victim, especially if you blame other people, or if you become a self-victim, yeah, then you're falling to the devil. So you might do that. More than likely, you're going to do that to yourself. And that's why we're here, to give people strength. So I'm only allowed to agree with you. Thank you, Tanka. Yes, Joel. Thank you, Stone. I don't really know Kabbalah. Hello, Jacob Tubson. Love is a big part of your energy as well. It's how mothers can lift cars off babies. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen that or really heard of that, but I definitely believe it. Yeah. You sleep off and on. Yeah, and that's totally. Yeah, there's different ways of even sleeping, and that I heard of. Yeah. Being a loner is the best way to get enough sleep. Hello, Kevin. Yeah. If you do things out of love and for people you love, it actually doesn't take as much energy and it gives you more energy. Yeah. Reality, 3-hour intervals, 2 hours. Yeah. I like that. Well, you're gonna have to send me a picture, or I have the Discord up, but you have to go to my post on my page. What's the best life you can give right now at this moment, Sony? So there's always going to be something that calls you, and that's what you should do. So the whole point of our life is to follow this advice, find God, okay, be established in his presence, okay, be established with all of life, and to fulfill your passion. Okay. Usually people try to fulfill their passion, and they have struggles, and they don't know God. All of life. So being established with God is the foremost. Thank you, Sony. Do you have a job? Yes. Hello, Daniel. Star Trap. Would you rather there be no judgment or imperfect justice? I think there already is no judgment. Yeah. Because that's up to the person, and you deal with that in the end. And imperfect justice, I mean, I feel like that already kind of goes on too. Yeah. It's a hard question. I guess that no judgment would be John. The world. So someone who's really obsessed with their looks, you might see this on like social media. It's more like prevalent and almost like an infestation. But if you're born super rich, it's almost like a curse. Yeah. Because life can be very easy. You get obsessed with yourself. You can maybe use money to buy out of anything. And it seems like you get away with things. Okay, which we all know, like rich people and get away with things. Even if it's really bad or evil. But these people aren't going to find out what life is all about. So your whole life is blessed. Kind of almost the harder the struggle, the biggest reward. Yeah. Like if you're born rich, let's say someone's billionaires, you're probably not gonna live like a gritty life. You're not just gonna be super rich and find God. Now, if you're not gonna really learn much. You're gonna be like escaping and avoiding if you're super rich. Think celebrities. So, and then there's people behind celebrities you don't even meet. And when you're poor and in poverty, you have all this chance to learn lessons, to grow. even to get rich. And now you can help other people. Yeah. Don't drink maple syrup 4 hours before bed. Yeah. It's a Christian channel. It's honestly, it's a channel for everybody. Yeah. Because I don't like the divide amongst our peoples. Yeah. But I do love Christ. Yeah. But I respect people from all over the world. Listen to The Egg by Andy Weir. Yeah. I've been here the entire time. Hello, Gary Nagy. I know that's not your last name because that would be too chimey. Hello, Mrs. Iceland is in the building. I'm speaking for myself. Doing this for God. I mean, if you want to think it's an irrational concept, maybe you just never experienced it. And maybe your definition, F beta billion, is a little bit different. Thank you for existing, Joe. Yeah. To me, Jesus is God too. So I don't really see much difference between Jesus and God. Yeah. I see it as just another name. Yeah. So maybe like a physical representation of what Jesus was of God. So when I say God, I'm saying Jesus and all that they bring, right? Hello, Joe Miller. Logic will hide the shortcuts. Hebrew mysticism. Yeah, I mean, probably connects to maybe some things I say. How could Satan be a bum? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, people go against their own morals. They'll do stuff they would never do for money. So people will go against God. Thank you, Howard. All right. Well, that's fine. You can leave, Joel. It didn't really sound like you wanted to be here. Yeah. Thank you, Samuel. Hello. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind, Jacob. I'm taking my time. I'm gonna scroll up though because I see that I'm far behind. Thank you, Mrs. Poland. Or sorry, not Poland, Mrs. Iceland. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. All the comments you've been leaving. I hope you're filled with love. And I wish I could read all the comments. It's just likely their parents raised them nobly and their life is extremely good. But money doesn't have nothing to do with that. Yeah, I'm sure there is some wealthy families and that happens. But even then, I know there's just a difference when someone goes through grit and poverty, even if it's not hard necessarily. There's still so much more learning. Yeah, you meet rich people and they might be nice and real charismatic. Maybe they even do love God. But there's someone that person that's in poverty and been through all these steps. You know, they usually have like a wealth of knowledge. It's not always just one way. Thank you, A and Jane. Hello, Sparkles. If you worry about your parent appearance, you thrive and everything else. I mean, if you think that's true, all this materialistic property, it goes when we die. So this is all impermanence. That's what I teach you. That's God's biggest lesson. To show you that all of this is kind of fake. It all washes away. But people come attached and obsess with all of this that washes away. And we're trying to actually finding God and finding life is what is permanent. Okay. So you could say your soul. Yeah. Not the body. The thing that keeps all of this alive. Thank you, Moon. Moon, so Fox Hollow. Hello, baby from the beach. Well, if you're worrying about your appearance, I understand, but I wouldn't take it too far. Okay. So your appearance is not really you. And God and life is going to love you no matter what. Even if half your face is burned off. Even if you were born with a disability, God doesn't love you less. Even if the whole world loves you less or treats you bad for some reason, God still loves you the same. Of course, I believe in Jesus, more than anybody. I have no doubts. The devil is eternal. I mean, I guess you could say that, but really he wants the whole point of the devil, even the story, is he wants to be like Jesus, and he wants to go back to that state with God. So he doesn't want to be evil or the devil forever. No one wants to be evil forever. How does appearance function? I mean, there's societal terms. So society has their, terms. but a lot of your appearance is forced upon. Okay. And maybe pushed. Could also be like money. But it really doesn't. Yeah. Appearance doesn't. Other than maybe like a state of health. Yeah, that's more so on the physical, maybe mental. But not really. Like as an appearance function. Hello, dreaming for the lights. Hello, Angie and Janie Buck. How I know your God is the right one. Great question. Because it feels like love. It's caring. It's the best feeling in the world. And it doesn't feel like fear. It doesn't feel like anxiety. It's the feel of what's here, the presence, and it's the feel of life. You sound like you're teaching the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, I don't really know those, but yeah, it's similar. Yeah. And there's some, I mean, I've read I've seen quotes and things, and some of it is, yeah, I agree with. It's very direct. Some parts of it. Yeah. So. Yeah. So it could money for nothing. That literally is narcissist. Yeah. Jesus is God in the flesh. Yeah. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Angie. And I'm actually might be going to India. Yeah. Yeah. I love India, and I love everybody in the world. Does God share a consciousness? Yes. So exercising your willpower for greater good and would be God's will acting through us. He's always acting through us. But it's when you have when you're aware of him. That's the same time that you find God. We do share the same consciousness because it's just one big consciousness, but it's when you tap into it. So everything that you're seeing, hearing, is completely orchestrated, orchestrized, and it's all synchronized. So, and you're in this reality, so you're already integrated into it. Even if you think you're not, even if you see it as not, but once you feel it, that is the conviction. There's no thought about it. I don't think I'm a part of reality. Our reality is actually the feel based of reality, the feel of reality. The power in pain as mechanism. So pain is to show you what you shouldn't or what's wrong. You're not, so you don't ruin your body by sticking your hand in a fire. There is pain. You feel something. It's not objective. It doesn't matter your opinion of how the fire felt when your hand put in there. It's okay. And that these are basically what they would call sins. Else people would just ruin their lives, ruin their bodies, ruin their temples. Yeah. And all powers outside is a lie. The real power comes from within. But it's when you are linked up and you achieve this communion with Christ, with God. I'm scrolling to the top because you guys are going bananas. Flow state, Kevin. Yeah. I had to do like a research paper in college. I think it was for psychology. Yeah. But how they were, it's when they were describing it, they didn't describe it to my liking. It was just their own way. Yeah. Hello, Ice Wallow, come daily. I'm sorry if I missed anybody's comments. Okay, I'll bring shorter answers. What is good fruit? Well, every time you do actions in your life, everybody's doing this. You're doing them from, you have an intention. So there's an energy behind everything you do. And also your thought, the way you think about it. So it can be positive or negative. Whatever energy that you're feeling while you're doing it, that's what's going to come back to you. Hello, let us fill heaven. Hello, Nordic. Producing good fruit is loving strangers. Yes. Yeah, sometimes people think just because they're forgiven, it's a free pass. You could ask for forgiveness and maybe you do get that, but if it's still haunting on you, you're still, one, it's still haunting you. And two, you're still going to have to repay for whatever you caused. Yeah. So whatever energy you put out, it's just like it reflects back to you. So with these rich people and the stuff that goes on, that it might not come back to them right away. I am from Pennsylvania, Sparkles. God keeps receipts. I like that. How are you, Steve Ellis? I've been getting better. My physicality. Quack quack. And we've been going live like every day. So I have my free books. There's free books in my bio. There's free pictures that you could print out and make money off of on my website. There's also the free course on my website. science to know God. God is good. Yeah, Krishna and Jesus say not to attach to the fruit of action. Yeah, just be attached to, if it's for you, Krishna, if it's for you, Jesus, but they're both aiming at the higher good, God. Exactly. Very beautiful. Hello, Maurice, Mr. Caribbean. Yeah, Jacob. So a lot of people they comment, but there's been a bunch of comments before you guys, and that's what was first. Yeah. Even though they come up that way. Hello, trusting God. I love that. Yeah, and I hate being rushed too, Jacob. And when you find the grace of God, you'll never rush anything. Yeah. In fact, God is in no rush. He's forever patient, but he is waiting for you. Yeah. Thank you, Jacob. Yeah. God is no motion. So this is why people miss him. No matter if you're in a church, in a temple, because God is for everybody, and God is stillness. So thank you. Internalization of Panthagili. Yeah, I know about him. Yeah. Thank you. I can't say his name though. Are you able to break through on large doses of psychedelics? Well, a lot of people, if that happens, it can break down a lot of barriers and a lot of your ego. So, but a lot of times people get addicted, and sometimes nothing changes in them, so the effect doesn't last. Yeah. You want the effect to permanently be a breakthrough, permanently there. Thank you, American Diesel Techs. I love you, all my brothers and sisters. I heard you can attract demons with psychedelics. Yeah. We touched upon this last night. Yeah. So, but it's more so it's more so rare, very rare. Okay. And it's more so how you're feeling. So if you're in a state of fear, you're gonna attract fear, more of it. Demons are not always aggressive. Some of them could be in misery or sadness. You might not call that a demon, but pretty close to it. Yeah. Yeah, and Psychonaut, I died. Yeah. And that's part of my story. So yeah. Yeah, you took a lot of psychedelics. You thought it opened your mind. And it may have, but you don't find the creator. And yeah, it's you don't need it. Yeah. But it's also, it's not like it doesn't grow out of the ground, and been used ancient techniques. So I wouldn't call it you know, yeah. It's here. It's here. God put it here. Do you think the moon is for us as a gateway? There's a look. So what I heard about Mars is we once used to inhabit Mars, and supposedly we fought and we destroyed Mars. Same thing with the asteroid belt. There's been these ongoing wars, and Earth was made as a place to finally end these wars. And I got a little bit of goosebumps, but that's why you were born at this specific time, the most chaotic. Yeah, it's definitely true. You were born at a specific time to experience this extermination of wars. I really feel, I do feel this, like goosebumps. And so this is the hippie movement, what it was really supposed to be. So no less wars, or almost none, to breaking free and getting into this love. Carrot on a stick, yeah. I reference it as a hymn, so yeah. This guy's a long way to go. Yeah, Shiva which is not by no motion. Yeah. God bless you. Yeah. It takes patience on your own to know God. Yeah. Now you act as if you're already dead, and every moment is special. God bless you. Let us fill heaven. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being alive. Yeah. Bacon will unite us all. Thank you, whiskey. Yeah, you don't need to induce it. You don't need to induce it anymore, Daniel. And it was beautiful while it happened, but you're on to greater things, and you simply don't need it anymore. Be still and know that I am. That's one of my favorite ones, Mrs. Iceland. Turkey bacon is delicious, so it's not too. It's in its own category. All right, and I love all you guys. I want the best for your lives. I'm closed-minded to opening up my mind. You experienced 2 weeks of extreme bliss. Scissoring rad. The proof is when you feel it. Your whole life has actually been the proof, or trying to get you to the proof. But if there's some proof I could provide for you in some way, let me know. No love for. You had so many near-death traumas. Well, yeah. Maybe there'll be a time that you won't have the microdose, Ronnie. Yeah. Who ends the wars? When the people had enough. Or God strikes his lightning and causes a apocalypse. Or the war doesn't end, and we destroy this beautiful earth. I gotta speak. Hello, Annie. Next time is a heroic dose of DMT. Yeah, you got to speak to the mother. Thank you, Ronnie. Could this that is being resonated with God? No, it just was. God constructs the patterns. So what's going to happen in your life is it's going to happen. Yeah. Like if you always feel called to be a musician, it's never going to leave you. You're going to, yeah. Even if, I mean, you're going to find God. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking, John. No, it's, I wouldn't. Yeah, you're a part of it. You're seeing it through a different lens. I'm quite baked. I would say it's just all that there is. Yeah. And God was always here. So thank you, Liam Stewart. Thank you, the kangaroos I did research papers on. Joey's when I was like in grade school. Thank you, Mrs. Iceland. You hear ringing in your ears? That's a sign. April 1st is a moon landing. That's crazy you got to see that, Maurice. My thoughts about McDonald's. I mean, M is a symbol. Okay. Hopefully McDonald's isn't, you know, I don't know. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's like the worst thing, but yeah, I don't really know. I don't know how to answer that. Bulky, the bulkster. I wouldn't yeah. There's other things you can eat other foods to be healthy. Yeah. And McDonald's food is different outside of the USA. They use better ingredients. So I'm your favorite trans streamer. Thank you. Hello, Cindy. Hello, you are you, I am I. Hello, apps. Wah wah. Yeah, I had to come to peace. I had to come to my heart. I was dying for so long. Yeah. And it comes through the voice. Yeah. So it's a true blessing being here with all you souls. Thank you, Annie. So and it's also different. You got to figure because on here I'm getting questions rapidly. But if we were in person, which I will be doing, it would be one at a time. So I hear decent stories in elves. Yeah, because elves come from a real place. They're in all the folklores. Yeah. 2 cheeseburgers. Woo! You want to try Mad Honey? I've heard of it. Yeah. Thank you, Steve Ellis. People have been talking about cheeseburgers. Yeah, it's people. I think cheeseburgers is Americans' #1 food. And any meat that you eat is better than no meat. Kathy, do you ever get scared, worried, or fear? So, no, when you're completely emerged with God, there will you can't be worried or in fear. But if let's just say I did have fear or some type of doubt, I just look at it and I know it's an illusion. all fear, being scared, and even doubts, these, God doesn't, he wants you to overcome all that. Yeah. So I know it's an illusion, Kathy. And so do you. That's why it feels not right. It feels negative. Yeah. Thank you, Kathy. So when you're with God, you won't have to, you surpass all of that. Yeah. That's crazy that you've done that like 70 times, let us fill heaven. Two chicken soft taco, nacho chips. That sounds like Taco Bell, my friend. The Tao come quickly, making our mountains among them. Thank you, Michael Ward. Yeah, this hour flew by. If I didn't get to any of your questions or comments, Lord have mercy on me. And you can always come back in another time and ask them. If someone is a sociopath and things are predetermined, so John, maybe you do have like a physical pain, but even that can be surpassed. And once you find God and have self-realization, you're in such a good state. The past is pretty much arbitrary, obliterated. Okay. And there will be none of that. There will be no more trauma, as if it didn't exist. Okay. So it's almost like the pain was never there. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of paradoxical. Yeah. What would be the experience would be they're free. They're free of the trauma. They're free of thinking about it. Yeah, they feel so good. So whether it's a prisoner, somebody that maybe did some not good things, or got over some addictions, once you're feeling so good, you won't, all that stuff in the past will be washed away. Yeah. Not that it didn't happen, but it's not here currently. And so we're trying to get here currently, find God right now. I love you. Let us fill heaven. Where is he? A natural breakthrough, yeah. The hardest knowledge to come to is seeing it all as expression. Rest in peace, the free man. Well, so the amnesia, the idea of seeing all expression of one, that is and can be hard. That's what a lot of people teach, but there's an actual a real experience, a bigger experience. When you feel the life inside of you, then you feel the life inside of others and all around you. So you know, but it's actually, and you feel it. You don't have to think about it. So it's actual an experience that's ongoing forever. And no more than an idea. Hello, Weasel. Well, yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania. Exacto mundo, and all you can drink. Time makes stand still, thou it can't quickly come. Yeah, it's the sessions, Steve Ellis, they've been, firing up. Especially the one last night. This morning was, yesterday morning too, was just rolling on fire. I haven't even started yet. Yeah, truth be told. Evil's a hollow crown. Thank you, John, and you can always ask more. I'll be here forever. And hopefully I helped you. Or that's you, amnesia. That kind of sounds like the Lord of the Rings. You have faith. That is real nice. Well, I hope hopefully you don't feel like trash. Try to see if you can force yourself into feeling this love, into feeling this happiness right now, or even right after the stream. Let us feel heaven. Thank you, Masmo. Thank you. You're you. I am I. A lot of people that have been with me for a long time, they'll sometimes sit quietly in the back. Thank you for listening to me, Kathy. May God touch your spirit. May Jesus fill you with light. Okay. May you do the free course. I always appreciate you, Kathy. And hopefully I can hug you in real life and meet you. That's beautiful. Let us feel heaven. Wish for strength, become flexible. Yeah, the Taoism, I love the way they describe things, but I'm not like too familiar with all of it. Getting stoned with you must be awesome. I'm stoned right now. Midwest metal. Being with God is the highest stonage. So we're gonna be going in a couple minutes. We got Wawa on Turkey Hill now. Yeah, I know Turkey Hill. I've heard of Wawa. Sounds like a baby. Wah wah. Wah wah wah. I wished for strength and God gave me hardship to show how strong I already was. Yeah, and bless you, Daniel, for the rest of your life and for just being in here. Just your presence. I'm thankful for that and for you being in here. Thank you, Weasel, for that lovely donation. I'll take that and I'll turn it into millions just so I can give it back to all my peoples. We have a bunch of sheets where I'm at, Jacob. I don't know where you're from, but there's sheets all around. Yeah. Funny enough. Well, so my body's messed up, Kathy, to where I was starving and I had to live with fear because my body was my adrenals. I didn't want to get into it, but since I couldn't eat, my body would automatically give me anxiety that I never had. Okay. But I also knew it was a lie. But my insides were shaking. I couldn't do nothing about that. Okay. But it's not natural to have anxiety. It's not natural to have racing thoughts. No. Do I ever get racing? No. So like, no. No. When you become calm and at peace with your being, then your thoughts automatically, the cause of that is your thoughts calming down. Yeah. So, and now that my body's physically better, it's most actually there's no thoughts. Yeah. And it's just very little. Hopefully that helps, Kathy. Ever do zoomies? I like that though. Hello, Zen jamming. Is that because you play the guitar? and you play the bongos. Exactly. So I don't know what touch point therapy is specifically, but yeah, the Chinese were everyone, and they were gifted by God Himself to do healing on you. So that's what I mean. Every ethnicity, or no matter where you're at geographically, everybody has some wisdom, something you can learn. But if you don't want to learn, you want to cast people out, then you're gonna feel separation. Yeah, I love you. You are you. Sam Pipes. That's very beautiful, Kevin. Your cat is not aware of itself, but God's, life is working through it. Yeah, Daniel. The Discord is up. The Discord is up. Okay. You guys pushed me to do it. All right. And I think it would be real nice just for all you guys. You guys can communicate. God did put a gift in me, but it's really a gift in you. And just by you recognizing it, Kathy, soon you will see this in yourself. Thank you. I appreciate the donation and all your love, Mrs. Guru. Yeah, we're gonna have many strong leaders, and that's Jesus was actually trying to build leaders. Okay, so, and he was trying to. He even said that you might go on to do better works than me, which that's really hard to fathom, and that's about as humble as you can be. But let's not even go to the comparisons, and yeah, some of us are going to be strong leaders, and that's what the Bible was trying to produce. Yeah, he doesn't just speak, and he lives it. And we've kind of been touching on that Zen jamming the last couple days. Hello, Rosie. I love it more when you walk around. Well, it's nighttime. I'm gonna probably walk around after this. Maybe tomorrow. I've been doing like a lot of exercise, and sometimes my phone needs charged. But I usually walk in the mornings. So I came on a little later today. So I'm sorry, Steve. Thank you. Let us feel heaven. Tell one random stranger. Yeah. Just blurt it out and tell them. Thank you, Kathy. I'm so glad. I'm so glad God intervened. I'm from the northeast of PA. Okay, that's a pretty interesting location. Yeah, I'm from like the other corner, so Jacobs. I never really hear anyone from the northeast. Yeah. Hello, Restful. Yeah, Ronnie, you can learn a lot through starvation. You can find salvation. Oh, that's so beautiful, Restful Cube. What a perfect moment while out in nature solo camping. And I wish I was out by a fire. Well, call on him now, Kathy, and have faith and trust, and the anxiety will go away. Yeah, they want you to. I prefer the term Roshi. Yeah, I like that. Oh, okay. So you called on him and you didn't. Okay, so it did work. Nice. Nice. Yeah, don't beat me up. You guys pressured me into the corner. Scared of the dark. Nah, you just won't be able to like see me, and then people might not stay. Hello, Sir Jacob. You know, tomorrow we'll walk around twice. And hopefully I see you there, Steve Ellis. God bless you guys. I hope you're all fulfilled. You get your desires. And you come around. Surrender to God. You're going to have to. Yeah. Surrender to life before it's over. Yeah. I like doing the walking ones because I get to move around and exercise. And yeah. but sitting still, it's maybe can sometimes be more in focus and not be using as much energy. Your great grandfather walked from Pennsylvania to Ontario. Wow. And it's always nice to see you, Kevin. Yeah, I read. It's almost like I read the Bible a little bit every day. Wah wah. Yeah. Yeah, I see it every day. And yeah, the Holy Spirit, yeah, it's the Phoenix. It's the awakening. Yeah. It's mainly you us together. We're always everyone's bringing up scriptures and yeah. So it's mainly the interaction. And I really felt that Let Us Fill Heaven. We were meant to be together. That was beautiful. I'll be on tomorrow, like 7 a.m. Eastern time. And I love all you guys. May the Lord have mercy on us. Yeah, you're right about that, Kathy. You're yeah. I'll see you guys. Yeah. Yeah, Daniel's heart is on fire. Thank you, the child. BC and Wawa.